1, 2. Hey everybody, welcome to Jazz in Pam's Kitchen. Randy Howard is here playing for me, and today I'm going to show you how I do peach cobbler preserves. So first the jazz and then the kitchen. So we're going to do a song for you now for the season. One of my favorites and yours, Summertime. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, oh, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you will spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. Until that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With your daddy and mommy standing by. Alright, as I promised, today I'm going to show you guys how I make my delicious, you can keep the volume up, peach cobbler preserves. I start with fresh, always fresh peaches, and I have some beautiful ones. Thing I do is I blanch my peaches instead of peeling them, because when you peel them, you lose a lot. So I have these beautiful peaches, and I'm going to be adding some lemons and just 2 more ingredients, the cinnamon and a little butter. And then we're going to be putting them in some mason jars. I have some already sterilized. And so let's first start with the blanching. Blanching is just taking the peel off, and it only takes a few minutes. We're going to put them in boiling hot water, and then when we take them out, after like 2 minutes, then we're going to put them in cold ice water, and then you're going to see the peelings just come off real easy. So we're going to do that. Yes, until that morning, ain't nothing can harm you. With your daddy and mommy standing by. With your daddy and mommy standing by. With your daddy and mommy standing by. All right, what else you got? You know, I forgot to talk about one big ingredient. Oh, it's okay, you don't have to use it. Of course, we're going to have sugar. And I've already gotten some peaches going that I've started. While those are blanching, I will kind of move along to the next step, and that is we have some peaches that we're going to have to can. Canning is kind of dangerous because everything is very, very hot, so you have to be very careful. So I have some peaches over here. You guys should see how beautiful they are. They're boiling, and I'm going to spoon them into these, ladle them into these jars, because they're already ready to go. Ryan, play some music for a while. Ladle a few of these into the jars. I should see how pretty these are. Yes, all of me. It'd be great if that was an F. All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use supposed to do this, but look how beautiful those are. I can't move my camera. I'm just learning to do this. So, and anyway, I have some beautiful peach cobbler preserves. Before we put our tops on our peaches, we have to make sure that we don't have any air bubbles. So this is a tool that we use to make sure we don't have any air pockets. And we just dabble them down into the peach jars, just like this. I'm just dabbling them to release any air bubbles that might be in there. Shouldn't do that, that's a little hot, but all right. And then the mason jars come with sealed tops. They've been sterilized as well. And you want to make sure that the tips are nice and clean. The edges of the cans, wipe those off, any residue peach cobbler that I might have gotten on the edges. And these are actually just tightened by hand. And then you see that pot? It's a boiling pot of water. And after we can our peaches, they're about 1/4 inch from the top. And after we can them, we put them back in boiling water and let them boil for another 15 minutes. And that's what allows you to be able to store your peaches or your jam or your preserves or anything for over a year, that canning process. So I'm going to take my little tool here. You can get this toolkit at Walmart or anywhere. It comes with all the little tools that you need to do your canning. And we just drop them down into the boiling water, and those are supposed to be like 1/4 inch above the cap. So you're going to need like 7 inches of water that's going to boil. Even this big pot here came from Walmart, so you can get everything at Walmart. You don't have to cost a lot. All right, we're going to get back to our peaches. You just joined us. I'm doing a process called blanching on the peaches, and I took fresh peaches that are ripe. This works best when they're ripe. Some of these are almost too ripe, but they're very good. And we're putting them in water that's been boiling, but you shut it down so it doesn't boil. And then you leave the peaches in there for it's been about 4 minutes. So we're going to take them out, and then we're going to put them in this cool water. It's ice water. It's very cold. So we're going to put them in there one at a time. Drop them in there. You see, when you blanch them, they lose a little bit of that peachy color. That's just on the outside, and we were going to peel them and not use that anyway. So you don't need the outside of the peach. You make your peach preserves, you just want to use the inside, right? Okay, so let me show you guys how this works. Alright, so we're going to blanch our peaches, and I should have another little bowl. Should have that ready. Here it is. We're going to place these as I work. Alright, so I'm just going to make a little cross. I could have done those before I put it in. Now watch this. Look how easy that comes off. I can almost take it off with my hands. Oh, I'll put those in there because I'm going to put that. Alright. This is a blanched peach. Isn't that beautiful? Almost as beautiful as the boy from Ipanema. Thank you, Ryan. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the boy from Ipanema goes walking, and when he passes, each girl he passes goes, ah. When he walks, he's like a summer timber that sways so cool and sweet, so gentle that when he passes each girl, he passes goes, ah. Are you seeing this? See how much more of the peach I have left? And if I were to peel it, I would lose some peach, but when you do the process of blanching, just have beautiful peach right under the skin. Just do a little X there, and all that just comes right on off. It wants me to take it off the whole thing. It's just ready to jump off. And so this cut down on the time by a lot. And some people say, I don't have time for all that blanching. All I did was boil some water, put the peaches in there. I put about 8 peaches in my, however many cover the whole bottom of your pot, and it should be covered, so it should be like 4 inches worth of boiling water to cover the peach totally. And they just need to stay in there about 4 minutes. Take them out, put them in the ice water here, and this is where you take them out to process. They didn't start, some of them are so ripe and pretty, they start blanching themselves in the cool water, the really ripe ones. All right, so there you have it. So after we blanched our peaches, this is what we did. So I have like a 4-quart pot here, and I sliced my peaches. So the peaches are already blanched, and when the peaches are ripe, you can cut all around them, and some of them will easily separate if they're nice and ripe, but others will just have to slice. And when you want to do sliced peaches or canned peaches, you don't need slices any more than so much. And then we have, I'd say, about 9 cups of those. And then you get 7 cups of sugar. Let's see, I guess about a tablespoon of cinnamon and 2 sliced squeezed lemons in there, and then about 2 tablespoons of butter, and you get a beautiful mixture that looks like this. So you let your peaches boil with just, I'm gonna start over. You let your peaches cook and cook down for about 20 minutes on medium, and then you add 4 cups of sugar out of the 7, and then you also add your what do you call this stuff? Michelle, what do you call that stuff I use in my peaches? Here it is. Okay, pectin. There you go. Pectin comes in liquid or powder form, but that's what keeps your peaches nice and bright, and it also adds a little gel so that your peaches have the peach juice has some substance, and when you take them out of the jar, they're not syrupy, they're nice and have some texture to them. And so I just boiled them for about 20 minutes, added the 4 cups of sugar, squeezed in the butter, put the cinnamon in, and then raise it to a boil. And when it gets to a boil, add your other 3 cups of sugar, and then take it to a raging boil for about 2 minutes. The raging boil is, if you stir, the boil won't stop. The boil keeps going. And I wish I could show you guys all of that. But anyway, it'll have a beautiful texture like this. Can you see that? Beautiful peaches. And you saw me can them into the jars. And then for about a year, you have canned peaches which you can share with your family and friends. Where are the jars I just made? But they look so pretty. And that is peach cobbler preserves. This is Jazz and Pam's kitchen. I hope you enjoyed the peach cobbler preserves. Look, if you don't feel like making peach cobbler preserves because that's just not your thing, you can always order it from PamelaHart.com. I got you covered. And if you live in the city, we can deliver them, or you can pay a little extra to have them mailed. It's well worth it. Peach cobbler preserves on ice cream, or peach cobbler preserves on some biscuits. Can't beat it. Kevin says yes. So, what are we going to go out with, Ryan? It's Ryan D. Howard playing jazz in Pam's kitchen. Ryan says, bye-bye blackbird. We'll just sing a little bit of it. Pack up all your cares and woes. Here I go, swinging low. Bye-bye, bye-bye blackbird. When somebody waits for me, sugar sweet and so is he. Bye-bye, bye-bye blackbird. No one here has love and understanding. Oh, what hard luck stories they are, and me. Oh,